Hello, my name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. I'm the founder of Stepping Bricks, and this week we're going to cover the pros and cons of DIY property management. Basically, if you want to self-manage your property rather than a letting agency. Hello, many people ask me, Giuseppe, is it better to give my properties to a letting agency or shall I self-manage? Well, there are pros and cons for both sides. So we're going to cover the pros and the cons of self-managing, so DIY property management, or giving to a letting agency. Let's start with the pros. Number one pro, of course, is money saving. So if you want to save some money and, some letting agency, most letting agencies charge a percentage of the rent, so you can have 10, 12, 14, 15% plus VAT sometimes. So of course, if you don't want that to be deducted from the rent, then you want to self-manage your property, then you don't have to pay that thing. So saving money saving is one of the reasons, one of the pros for self-managing your property. Another pro for self-managing your property is having control over what you're choosing. For example, the tenants, the type of repairs and maintenance you're doing, and all the stuff. So if you are a control freak, let's be honest, we all are, then you want to self-manage your property because you want to make sure that you choose the right tenant, the perfect tenant for your property that is never going to move out. You can increase the rent every year and is never going to complain about the repairs. They're even replacing the kitchen for you. Sometimes this happen, and I'll talk in another video about rent to buy, but this one is about the pros and cons of DIY property management. So number one, I said cost saving. Number two is having control over your property. Remember, having control over your property and choosing your own tenants and choosing your own contractors, this can be also a cons, not a pro, okay? So we're going to cover this one as well in the cons. Number three is learning experience. Of course, if you self-manage your property, you will find everything that is to know about the property management, which is a lot. So if you want to self-manage your property, of course, you're going to know when the old documents expire for gas safety certificate, EICR, EPC, Legionella test, PAT testing, all the stuff. So the legality of the letting a property, then you will gain experience on that one as well. However, remember that it's a headache as well. So it could be a cons as well. It's a double-sided situation where you think it might be a pro, but you're trading your time, for saving some money, and you want control over everything. So that's number three. Number four, of course, you need your list of contractors, which means you're going to grow your network for anything that happens in the property. Then you have your own names, your own contractors, could be plumber, electrician, gas safety, engineer, and all the trades that are involved into the property world. Now let's see a little bit about the cons, because these are the pros. Of course, you have control, you can choose your own tenants, you can save some money. However, as I said before, you're trading your time to create another job. So if you already have a job and you're investing in property and you want to get out probably your 9-to-5 job through property because you want to create generational wealth through property, then being a landlord is actually not a smart decision, because you're going to create a second job for you. What you need to be is a professional property investor. The professional property investor generally leverages the time of other people. So if you know that you're good at getting the deals and then you can buy them, rent them out, then it's better to leave to somebody else to manage for you, so you can focus on getting more deals, more business, more money, rather than saving a few pennies. So let's see the cons of DIY property management. Number one, of course, is time consuming. And I said before, if you're trading your time for creating a second job, it's very time consuming to manage your own property. If you have one, that's okay. But if you're planning to build a property portfolio of 5, 10, 15, 20 or more, then you know what? It's better to leverage the time and expertise of somebody else. Now, the other cons of self-managing is the legal aspect. There are legal challenges. You need to know all the dates for the safety certificates, as I was saying before. Yes, you can gain experience. However, that's your job now, because you need to keep up with all the dates. You need to contract the people to do to renew the certificates, to be on top of the legal requirements for letting a property and so on. So yes, you can do it. However, make sure that you know what you're getting into it, because if you miss a deadline, then that is going to be a problem for the legality of the tenancy. Number 3 of the cons of DIY property management is the stress and burnout. Now, let's be honest, nobody wants to be called at midnight to fix a boiler, or to go and probably with a spare key because the tenants locked themselves out. This happens, there's nothing you can do. These things can happen. You can mitigate these things. However, if you're doing it yourself, just remember, if you receive that call at midnight or you have to repair some stuff, then you have to be on top of these things. However, if you have a letting agent managing this for you, the letting agent will have a system in place where the tenant can report any issues, any maintenance, and as soon as possible, the agents can fix the problem for you without you ever stressing again. Now, number 4, I said before that one of the pros is you gain experience, you increase your network. Of course, if you are not self-managing, then you don't have that network, because the letting agency will have that network for you. So they have their own traders, roofers, tilers, and all the stuff that that they need to be on top for repairing the property and maintaining the property. However, sometimes it's better not to be involved at all, because when you start to be involved, because you don't have experience, remember, then what happens is you're going to get a lot of quotes from different trades. They don't know you. They might say, no, I'm busy, I'll come next week or next month or so on. So this happened a lot to me when I was starting out. People didn't know me. People didn't know I was planning to build a property portfolio, and they just thought, okay, this guy just has one property. I'm not going to be bothered by going to his property. I'm going to somebody else who has 20 properties instead, because they can get more business. However, if you work with an estate agency or a letting agency, the letting agency, they already know that they have a good relationship with the tradespeople, which means they know that when the letting agency call, they can respond quite quickly, because they understand the legality and the urgency of the situation. They want more business, so there is a synergy between the two, and they can work together. The last cons of DIY property management, I would say, is the scalability. So if you're planning to build a property portfolio and you're planning to self-manage, forget about scaling it, because it's impossible to scale a business to a certain level if you are involved into the day-to-day management of the property. So if you, again, as I said before, if you leverage your time, expertise, money, anything that you can with other people that are experts in the field, you can then focus on bringing in more business rather than running the business. Are you a business owner or are you a landlord? That's the main question that you need to ask yourself. Do you want to be a business owner and bringing in a lot more business, a lot more money, create generational wealth, or do you want to be involved into the day-to-day management of the properties that you're buying? Because if that's your choice, that's fine. However, you cannot scale it properly, and you will be stressed, and then you will burn out. And at some point, if you stop, then the whole business will stop. However, if you leverage that, you have a letting agency on your side, then of course, then even if you are on holiday, the properties are taken care of. So this is the main thing for DIY property management, rather than leveraging that part of the business. Now, how do I know all these things? Because we have a letting agency, of course. We have an estate letting agency in Sterling Golden Tree Estates. We have as well the Stepping Bricks, which we teach and train people to invest in property. However, we teach and train people to invest in property in a sustainable way, where they can free up their time, they can enjoy the time with the family, they can go on holiday, they can do whatever they want, and they don't have to be involved into the day-to-day management of their property or their business, whatever the business it is. So if you want to know more, we have a club. If you want to subscribe to the club, just see the comments below. There is a link there where you can get into the weekly accountability calls for the club. It's only £49 a month, and if you want to learn more and work with us, then of course get in touch and we will reply to any comment. My name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. Thank you again for watching this video. Comment below, subscribe, and share this video with other people, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.